The Christmas update is so close to happening, and within this update they are going to be adding the control rework. So in this video I'm going to be showing you the best way to prepare so you don't have to be grinding when the update comes out. Okay, so first off, I'm going to talk about your build and your level. I advise being at least level 2700 or above, as the max level is 2800, meaning that there's gonna, because the update's coming, they're gonna up the max level. I also recommend having some good swords and guns. For swords, I recommend having one of the 4 mythical swords, and for the gun, I recommend having at least Skull Guitar, Dragonstorm, or Kabucha. Kabucha is easy to get, and it's only a few fragments in the second sea. And for your fruit, I advise having a mythical fruit or above. So I advise for grinding, I want you to use Buddha, or if you can't afford mythical fruits or Buddha, maybe you could use either light fruits here, or you could use ice, as they're both good and they have good stun and AoE moves, and they both have good mobility. Another sword that you can use if you can't get any of the mythical swords are either Dragonstorm, Sharkanka, Yama, or Rengoku, or the spiky trident. Those are the best legendary swords in the game, and some of them can be better than the mythical swords. So yeah, I advise getting one of those, as they are really good. Now for fighting styles, I recommend Sanguina, as it has a lot of range. If you can't be bothered to grind to Sanguina, or you don't have enough friends, as I do, I would advise you to get Dragon Talon, as it has good AoE, good damage, and the moves could be upgraded to be even cooler and better. Or you can just use God Human, because it's as good as the others. Guys, the next thing that we're going to move on to is money and fragments. I advise mostly focusing on fragments. As you can see, I only have 8,000, which I'm going to grind a lot more after this video. I advise having at least 20 to 30,000 fragments. For money, I'm also going to grind after, but I don't have that much. I advise having 15 to 25 million, as money is not that important because you can spend it on fruits such as Blade. So that's why I advise you guys to focus mainly on fragments, as if you have most of the permanent fruits, money is quite useless. Unless if they add a new sword or new fighting style, which I doubt that. The best way to make money is if either you're in the 2nd or 3rd sea, go sea beast hunting, because each sea beast gives around 200,000, and if you have double money, that's 400,000 belly per sea beast. Now for fragments, I advise doing a bunch of raids, because if you talk to this mysterious scientist in the 2nd or 3rd sea, there's an admin panel, and because we have this admin panel, every rework fruit so far has been within this admin panel. So I think they're gonna add controls. If you saw in the trailer, control has a ultimate cutscene on the V move. I think they're gonna make it in the admin panel, and if you've done the admin panel before, you know it costs a lot of fragments. So I advise to grind your fragments right now before the update drops. Alright, so next we're going to be focusing on our race. I advise for extra health using Ghoul V3 or Angel V3 for the extra jump. If you want to have movement, Mink race or Human. If you want to have health, Ghoul or Shark. If you want to have offense, so damage, I advise Cyborg. Overall, I'm going to be using the Ghoul V4 race. Now you don't have to have V4, V3 is also as good enough, as the worst thing they're going to add is reworking the lore boss to add the control fruits in the rework control and give it to him. That's the worst thing that you're going to need a good V4 race for. Now the Coco Sword, the devs never said that the Coco Sword will be getting a rework, but since they're reworking the control fruit, it's just disrespectful if they don't rework the Coco. But if they don't rework the Coco Sword, if you remember, the Coco Sword is buffed when you're in the control domain, so maybe it will do more damage. So try and grind the Coco Sword right now before the next update, because then he's going to have the control rework, which is going to be really annoying. So grind and try and get to the Coco Sword right now. Now to actually do the law raid, you're going to want to come all the way up here, and then you're going to want to go back here behind Smokey, the boss in the second sea in Hot and Cold. Then you want to go around to this guy, you want to speak to him, and then you want to buy this microchip for 1,000 fragments. Once you've done this, you want to go up here to this area right over here, and then there'll be a little entrance which you can go through, and then you can put the microchip in here and you can start the raid. Now I'm gonna solo this. As you can see, after I beat him, that took like 5 minutes. Unfortunately, I did not get the Cocoa Sword, but I'm gonna grind and try and get it because I still don't have it. But it takes so long to do, and it's really annoying. But you just need to have good race. You have to have a good fruit, good fighting style, good sword. You have to have a good build, and it could be easy. Now, next thing is your control fruit. Now, if you have one control fruit or multiple control fruits, or even if you're lucky, a permanent control in your inventory, do not trade them, as yes, their value has gone up, but when the update releases, the value will go up like crazy. Like the value will go up so high to the point where it will be worth like a few kitsunes, or maybe I'm not 100% sure, but maybe even an Eastern or Western dragon. So do not trade away your control fruits, keep them, or because you might want to eat them when the update comes out. So keep the control fruits and do not trade / eat them. Do not trade this control. Let me store that before I die. Okay guys, so if you have Discord, you know that so many people are asking if there is gonna be a control token situation. Now, fast forward, rewind back to the dragon token. That ruined the dragon update for everyone and for Blox fruits, and everyone hated Blox fruits for it. So if they do that again with the control, that is a very dumb decision because they lost so many players during the dragon rework update. So personally, I don't want that to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen if they have any sense in the dev team. But because the dragon token was a huge fail, I don't think the control token is gonna be like working. I don't think they're gonna do that. But if they do, they're cooked. The whole dev team cooked. Blox fruits is cooked if they do that. So guys, that is everything that you need to know for the control rework and the Christmas update. I hope this helped. If you enjoyed, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, as we are so close to 1,000 subs. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!